So the last time that you were here, we tested you for a potential hearing loss, and it looks like our reports show that you have a moderate loss. So how has the diagnosis affected you so far?
It really worries me. I'm a student and I have noticed that I have issues with hearing certain things in class, but it seems to be getting worse. I am worried that it might be a very expensive situation to deal with as well. I have already had a difficult semester and now this.
Yeah, I imagine that could be a stressful situation. So you're a student?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I imagine it is difficult knowing what it's like to have a hearing loss. So how has this been difficult for you?
I find it frustrating when I can't hear something someone says, even if it isn't that important.
Well, I hope I can help you with your decision today and let you know what resources that we have available. What are some steps that you thought about taking to help with the situation?
I've talked to someone in the Student Access Center on campus about what my options are, and they said the best thing for me would be to get hearing aids, but I'm unsure of whether or not that is a good choice for me.
And why are you having doubts?
I'm worried about the cost because of paying for school on my own, and I don't think a scholarship would help with the cost of hearing aids. I would either have to take out a loan, or I honestly don't feel uncomfortable with that. My insurance might help out, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Yeah, so you're worried that the hearing aids might be too expensive because of little help from insurance and because you're already paying for college?
Yes, I'm from Alaska, so I already have to deal with higher tuition rates, and paying over $2,000 for me will be really difficult at this time.
Yeah, I understand that. Hearing aids can be expensive. We do have some great payment plans that we can spread over a few years to help with that, and I can connect you with some resources for potential scholarships. So what other questions do you have for me today?
How would getting hearing aids limit me? Because I'm very active and enjoy being outdoors and working out. I work with horses and play piano. I'm also worried that I may still have a hard time hearing my professors in class if my hearing continues to worsen.
I think it's a great thing you're so active. Hearing aids don't really limit you that much. Honestly, you just need to make sure you don't get them wet. You can still enjoy working with your horses and playing piano, and as far as classes go, we can adjust the settings on your hearing aids.
That would be helpful for sure, but I'm also worried what students might think if they see me with hearing aids. I am a little worried that they will assume that I can't keep up with them. I'm afraid that my teachers will not be understanding and that my grades might suffer regardless.
Yeah, I can understand that. You said you went to your Student Access Center and they gave you some options, right?
Yes.
What type of advice did they give you?
They said that they would help create accommodation letters for me, but I'm still a little nervous about sharing this information with my professors.
Yeah, I can understand that. I had a lot of great professors in college who were really accepting, and they let me have preferential seating and a note taker as well.
They mentioned something about accommodations. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable with having a note taker because I would be afraid that if it was someone who would not take as good a notes as me, what are some other options if I would rather not have to rely on someone else?
Yeah, well, we have an FM system. It's a wireless system. It will connect with a wireless signal to the hearing aid. This just basically, the teacher wears a microphone and you wear a receiver so you can hear their voice.
Would something like that be expensive? Because if I do decide to get hearing aids, that is already going to be a really big expense for me. I'm also working on trying to save for veterinary school as well. That is something important to me.
I think it's great that you value your education so much. I see that's really something that's important to you, and you don't want it to hold you back. We donated a few FM systems to the college a few years ago. There's a few other students on campus that have a hearing loss, so do you think that might be something that could help?
I guess so.
I know you're afraid what others might think, but is hearing aids really much different from wearing glasses?
I hadn't thought about that actually. If you think that this might be something that would help if I get hearing aids, then maybe I should consider it.
Yeah, definitely. So do you have any other questions about your hearing aids or your hearing loss?
You mentioned that it's not a good idea to get hearing aids wet. What would happen if they did get wet, and could the hearing aids get fixed if something happened to them?
Yeah, that's a great question, especially when you're considering the cost with hearing aids. If the hearing aids get wet, the microphone gets damaged and they create a crackly sound. For the first year, though, most damage is covered and fixable just because you purchased the hearing aids.
That's a relief to hear, because especially with my work with horses, I would be afraid if I got some dust on them or even a horse slobbered on them. So have you benefited from wearing your hearing aids? And you've had them for a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had them since I was 3 years old, so I'm really used to them. They've been beneficial for me. Couldn't have gotten out of school without them. They've been worth the investment.
That's good to know. Do you ever feel uncomfortable wearing them?
There were a few times when I was younger where there was some people would ask questions. We have inner hearing aids, inner ear hearing aids that don't show as much, and that would make you more comfortable. So, do you have any other questions?
I don't think so right now. I really appreciate the advice that you've given me. It's starting to make me think more positively about buying hearing aids. I just have to think about it and see to work out some financial stuff.
Yeah, definitely, of course. I wanted to just let you know what resources we have available. If you want a set of hearing aids, feel free to come back when you're comfortable and we'll see which ones will fit you. So today we've talked about your hearing loss diagnosis, a possible payment plan for hearing aids, how they can benefit you, how they can affect you in your classes, and am I leaving anything out?
No, I think you got it all.
All right. Well, feel free to schedule another appointment anytime, and feel free to give me a call during our office hours if you have any more questions. So have a great day, Nicole.
Thanks.
So in this video, I demonstrated cultural competency by intersecting her life as a student with her newfound disability. And so those are some things that created conflict but worked to get a resolution for.